Okay, we're back here on Spadora on Sports. I'm Pete Spadora. Hey, this is the our last guest of the day of the for the weekend show, and they're always on the Bences, Bob and John Bence. This segment brought to you by FantasyBaseballDugout.com. Also, if you wanted to go to 84444, you can get up with the Bences. How's that sound, Bob? Is that a good plug?
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Anyone who needs text message marketing for your business, 84444.com is the place to go.
Yeah, and one thing, if you go to 84444 and you type in Spadora, you can get to me too. But and of course, John, if you want to get up with him, you can go to SpadoraOnSports.com and read his blog. I think we covered all the social networking and stuff like that. You guys now have been on the show long enough that you actually are doing a show within a show.
Yeah, it sounds like that.
Huh? You got a guest that you're bringing on now?
Yeah, well, we're always trying to help the Spadora on Sports listening audience.
There you go.
Yeah. So who do you got with us? You got a guy not quite in the Hall of Fame yet, but this guy he did something in Major League Baseball that other people actually get ejected for.
Yeah, well, we'd like to introduce you to Jeffrey Maier today.
Yeah, and Jeff, thanks a lot for coming on the program today. You were 12 years of age, I gather, when you basically deflected a ball hit by Derek Jeter in Game 1 of the '96 American League Championship.
Yeah, that was about 15 years ago, so that would make me 12 at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, and this actually, tell me about that day. That was October 9th, 1962. But this game, you were at the ballpark there. You actually got involved a little bit. It wasn't really fan interference as we would perceive it as, but some folks thought that it would have been different. It changed the course of the game a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, I suppose depending on your demographic that you have one opinion or another. But I think a lot of folks contend that it probably would have been a double, and I believe Tim Raines hit a single in the next at bat, and I think Jeter would have scored nonetheless. And I mean, a lot of people also tend to forget when they went down to Baltimore. They won 3 games in a row. So the Yankees were a special team that year, and I think I had a marginal part in it at best.
Yeah, and you actually talking with Jeff Maier here on Spadora on Sports, and you actually under the Bences segment, guys. Do you mind if I plug the Bences under that BaseballDugout.com, folks? You actually got Davey Johnson, who at the time was the Orioles manager. You got him ejected because of what you did.
Yeah, well, I think that's a trend for the game.
Yeah, and you were 12 years of age. Good job, huh?
Yeah, well, hey, if you got the sack to argue in that manner with the umpires, typically they show you the exit. And yeah, he's back in the game now, and he's on the other side of town with the Nationals, and I think he's had some fun with Team USA for the past decade. So he's certainly a good manager, and again, based on demographic, I'm sure he felt he had reason to argue.
Yeah. Did you ever have the opportunity to meet Derek Jeter or Davey Johnson? Talk about it?
I did have the opportunity to meet Derek Jeter. He was doing a card signing show in February of 1997, and my father and I got to meet him, backstage, and real nice guy, and just being 13 at the time, and really not really knowing how to act when you're in front of your idol or your sports idol. I was somewhat speechless, but we definitely had a cordial 10 or 15 minutes with one another, and he's a real congenial guy.
Yeah, talking with Jeff Maier here on Spadora on Sports. Of course, this segment brought to you by Bob and Jonathan Bence of FantasyBaseballDugout.com. Hey guys, let me ask Jeff this question. Everybody gets 15 seconds of fame in their life. Sometime or another, Riley, you're going to get 15 seconds of fame, and people are going to say, "Wow, look at that." You got more than 15 seconds. You got to appear on some national talk shows and everything else. And didn't you get the key to the city?
Yeah, and don't believe everything you read on Wikipedia. But
okay.
No, I didn't get a key to the city. I ended up doing I think Good Morning America, Regis and Kathy Lee, and I did a couple of interviews with the New York Daily News because they were going to be providing seats for me and my family for the next game, and we pretty much locked it down after that and tried to go back to normalcy. And it was it was tough to do that, but I think my parents did a real good job of keeping me grounded and making sure that that we tried to maintain as normal lifestyle as possible.
Yeah, you still got the ticket from the game?
Yeah, I have the stub, and I got lots of fan mail and not so fan mail, and we have lots of newspaper clippings, and it's definitely stuff that you'll hold on to, and it's definitely something that it's part of Yankee history and part of baseball history, and I've learned to embrace it and not necessarily be proud of it, but just accept that it happened. It's something that people enjoy talking about, or people certainly remember, and I've just grown to embrace that.
What did you think about this past week? The one fan that was ejected, kind of Ichiro look-alike.
I thought he looked a lot like Ichiro.
Yeah.
I think certainly, he that was fan interference. Mine was a home run, so I definitely. I guess the rule is if you interfere with a ball in play, that you get ejected. So I suppose they were just following the rules, but he did seem pretty upset about it. So maybe, hopefully, Ichiro, sent him an autograph or something after the game.
Yeah. Hey guys, do you have a question before I got to cut out of here? I'm always running out of time with you guys. I'll give you guys 1 minute. Do you have anything to ask Jeff, or do you want to tell any of the listeners about FantasyBaseballDugout.com?
Well, I think Jonathan has some sleepers for us here in your upcoming fantasy football draft, and we've already talked to Jeffrey Maier that he needs to start playing some fantasy sports, and he's promised us he'll be joining our experts league next year.
Really?
Yeah, I just started working for a technology sales company in Manchester, New Hampshire, Dyn.com, providing managed DNS and email delivery solutions, and all the guys there are in their mid to late 20s, and they play fantasy sports. So Bob's made it pretty clear that if I want to be successful in my career, I better start participating in the site.
Well,
wow.
Pete Spadora has figured that out, that he needs to have a fantasy segment in his show as well. So
yeah, and of course
you're on the right track, Jeff.
Yeah, definitely. Who knows? Maybe we get Jeff to represent us in the big world of fantasy sports. That's some people wonder if my life is a fantasy at times, but that's another story, right, Riley?
I'd agree with that.
Okay. Well, guys, listen, I hate to eat and run, but you guys have a great weekend. And, of course, Jeff, a pleasure to have you on the show. And maybe we'll bring you back sometime when we get Davey Johnson on as an appearance here with the Nationals, and we can get his take on this in this fan interference, or if it was a home run. How do you like that?
Hey, I'm here, guys, anytime.
Okay, Jeff, all the best. Of course, Bob, John, if you guys want to know more about the Bences, go to my website, SpadoraOnSports.com, read John's blog, or just go on to my site and go to FantasyBaseballDugout.com. Football season's around the corner, and I know John's got it all loaded up.
You bet. We'll have some tips and advice for everybody next week. Ready to go.
Sounds good. Okay, guys, have a great weekend. You're listening to Spadora on Sports. We'll be right back. Hey, guys, thanks a lot.
Hey, no problem.
Thank you.
No problem. And hey, Jeff, by the way, congratulations on that home run ball. Did he sign it?
Did who sign it? Jeter?
Yeah.
No, I actually brought it over the wall, and then in the mad pile-on, I never came away with it. So I just got all the notoriety and all the fame, I guess.
Oh, you never? I didn't realize that you don't have the ball.
Nope, I got a glove, I got a picture, I got lots of other nice things, but nope, never came away with the ball. Some gentleman from Connecticut offered it up to me for $10,000, and I told him to stick it up his ass. So
probably all the Yankee Nation people on the staff here is all like you're like not so much the babe, but you're a celeb.
Hero.
Yeah, celeb. I mean,
Remember
a fan who went the distance, and so you're kind of who knows. I mean, Riley, how about this? I get you a first tattoo. You get a picture of Jeff, and then he autographs it. So on one arm you got Jose Canseco, and you got Jeff on the other side.
I do that today.
You would do that today?
I do that today.
Okay, sounds good. Jeff, all the best. Bob, John, all the best.
Yep.
Take
care.
care.
Thanks, Pete. See you next week.
Bye. You bet. Bye now.
Bye.
So when we come back,